Welcome back. Our education system needs a strategy in order to encourage students to learn and know more about science, to give them more space to invent and to create and to be young scientists when they are still children. We are joined today by Ahmed Gamal, and he's a young inventor, and he's going to tell us more about his invention. Hello, Ahmed, and welcome to Nile Cruise.
Hello.
Well, Ahmed, first of all, will you tell us about the topic or your invention in depth?
The topic of invention is treatment of melanoma. The melanoma is the dangerous type of skin cancer. It depends mainly on theory and physics called natural frequency and constructive interference of waves. That every object has its own natural frequency. It differs from another object. I developed a research that published in Malish. I worked on its recommendation and solved the problems that faced the researchers. I calculated the natural frequency of something in the cell called the cytoskeleton of the cell. I calculated its natural frequency and exposed it to radio waves that is equivalent to its natural frequency to let the theory in physics, it's called the constructive interference of waves, to happen. The last thing the cytoskeleton destroyed completely, and the cell can't survive without this cytoskeleton that led the melanoma cell to die. It has no impacts on normal cell because it has different natural frequencies, so it's safe.
Ahmed, you're talking very scientific words, and you have lots of scientific information. How did you get all of this information?
Yeah, I am a student at STEM High School. STEM High School depends mainly on scientific research. It's about 60% of the total degree. So we learned in my school how to make a science-based project. We learned the EDP, or engineering design process, that's the real steps or the right steps to make a project. We searched in references and researches that published over the world. So in my school, I learned how to search, how to work on the recommendation of other researchers to develop it and to make a connection between what I study in my school, between the subject, and to use the learning transfer to develop and solve the challenges that face me in the daily life.
Now, actually, you were given the golden medal, which you're wearing at the International Exhibition for Inventions in Switzerland. Now, was that definitely that was for the theme of the melanoma therapy? Now, for the topic itself, was it your choice, or was it the theme of the exhibition itself or the competition?
I nominated from the Academy of Scientific Research and Technology.
Yes.
Actually, they did the filtration here in Egypt, and it chose 5 projects to participate in the international exhibition. There were 154 countries over the world. I won the gold medal in biomedical category. It was so hard, but I did it, I and my partner, my project.
Yes.
Okay, Ahmed, after this medal, what's next? What are your dreams?
I did the test plan, but in a short period of time. Now I am working on test plan, long period test plan, to study the impacts of this therapy on other parts of the body. Actually, I did a short period test plan here in Egypt, but the long period, there is no instructions here, or there is no labs here, qualified labs to make my experiments. So I contact with the University of Lausanne, the School of Medicine, and the University of Lausanne to continue my experiments and study the impacts of this therapy and try to solve its problems.
Now you were also given an award, the award of King Abdul Aziz, and Tell me more about this award. Was it for melanoma also? How did you get the award? Were you nominated? Tell me more about it.
Actually, it's a project about the project treatment of melanoma in Geneva, in Switzerland, because I won the golden medal and I was a Muslim and Arab. So the embassy of Saudi Arabia in Switzerland, it honored me because I am Muslim, and it gave me a special award from King Abdulaziz University. It was just honoring because I won the golden medal and I am Muslim and Arab.
How do you feel after winning a medal and winning a prize from another country? What are your feelings? Describe it.
First of all, I didn't expect that I would won the first place, but I was so happy. Many foundation in Egypt honored me. The Minister of Higher Education, Dr. Khaled Abdel Ghaffar, the Governorator of Gharbeya and Kafr Sheikh, 357 Hospital also honored me, Dr. Sharif Abul Naga. It was an unexpected thing. Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You were awarded an award from NASA for developing astronaut suits. Is that true?
It was a competition, NASA Space Apps Cairo competition in Zuhair University. It wasn't individual.
It's in Cairo.
Yeah, it wasn't individual. Me and my team, we are 5 members. We developed a piece of astronomer suit or a space suit that's connected between the helmet and the rest part of the suit. We used because the Mars was dusty and there is many rocks that can hurt this part. We brought ultrasonic sensor to detect if any rocks near the suit or not, and to warn the astronomer in the space.
What's the university that you would like?
We got the 3rd place in this competition.
What's the university that you want to join?
I hope that I can in Egypt. I hope the medical military college. I want to join it because it's a high qualified university, and I want to continue my research in the armed forces. I respect it.
Now, was your awarding by the American consulate in Alexandria for scoring 2nd rank, was it also for the melanoma project or was it a different project?
No, it was for a melanoma project. It was a competition called Intel ISIF. The main sponsor of this competition was Intel. It has many categories. I won the 2nd place in the category of biomedical. And the British and the American consul in Alex, it's honored me because of this competition.
Whenever you're doing a project, what are the hardships that you face?
What are what?
The hardships, the problems that you face.
The first thing is that I am young, and it was first that when I go to a university and explain my project to any professor. At start, he was strange because I am so young. But after he listened to my project, he helped me. So the first problem is that they can't trust in the young people, or they can't trust in the youth.
Well, you're only 17, and so far you've achieved so much. Now, I'd like to know more about how do you research and how do you choose a topic. Like, do you go on the internet or do you look into journals and scientific publications? Tell me more about your system of research.
Yeah, I said that because I am in STEM school, we learn the engineering design process. The first step defines the problem. We study the problem well and study its impacts and everything about it. Then second step is searching for the right solution. because actually there were many researchers worked on this topic. So I searched for the prior solution or for the journals and the scientific papers that published over the world, then try to solve the problems that they face or work in their recommendation. If I can, if I solved any problems that they said, it's very good thing. Yeah.
Why did you choose the topic of melanoma therapy? Why this topic in particular?
Actually, it's humanity that we should treat the patients who, because it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous disease. And I choose melanoma therapy because it's easy to do the experiments on it. Because the cells are exposed to the air, if I expose it to any waves, it can treat, and I can see the effect or the impacts on the cells. The next step, I'll work on another type of skin cancer. If it succeeds, I'll work on another type of cancer in general.
Do you feel that the educational system in Egypt is helping to support young scientists like yourself, apart from, of course, you're in a specialized scientific school, but for your friends around you, do you feel that the educational system is supporting scholarship and scholarly work?
I suggest that all schools should apply the system of STEM school. The ordinary school apply scientific research and just syllabus that we put it in the exams. We don't think or don't search for anything. So the system of STEM school should apply. Scientific research should be better more in ordinary school.
Well, Ahmed Matar, young inventor, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks.
And now we're moving to a quick break, so please stay tuned.